Health talks right now, and I'm gonna be talking about making healthy choices where it comes to food and drink. Okay, it is very important. I had to restart the stream because I don't know what happened. My camera just went poof, and I don't know what happened. So we're just going on. We're gonna just restart the whole thing and do it again. Not a problem. Okay. So this is a part of Health Talks. Okay, today we're going to be talking generally about food and drink. And then at some point, I will be talking about foods uh, or food topics, like let's say, particularly about, fruits. Maybe start with fruits in general, then talk about, pineapples, coconuts, and their uses and stuff like that, which I use in my personal life to help me deal with the issues that I have, and also as healthy food intake. And yeah, and then we talking about foods, which foods are good for you, canned foods, raw foods, and right off the bat, I want to tell you that the best thing is raw foods, okay, in its raw form and in its natural form, where it's uh, molecularly and chemistry wise correct for your body for building new cells. So if you want to build a healthy live cell in your body, you need to eat healthy live foods, and you need to be drinking healthy live drinks. Okay, so water by far is the best choice for drinks, for liquids. The best molecularly correct is water from springs. Okay, so from natural springs. Make sure that the source is healthy. That if you have, the best thing is always to test the water. I have been going in the past to get water from Canadian Springs, and it's an amazing water. So, and you can find some of the local springs in your area. Either look it up on Google or look it up. There's a website called findthespring.com, and you can look that up to see if there's something in your country that you can find. Otherwise, go to Google and just look on the map and find something, because that's what's gonna be great for you if you are gonna be able to find that the best molecularly correct source of water for you. All right, so there are other drinks, soft drinks, which I would say complete no to anyone. They're very acid. They are very bad. They're very very bad for your body. Okay, so I just wanted to say it quickly, so I don't get too much of controversy there. But just because they taste great, and I have had a couple last year, and it's no, it just brought to my body to like an acid state, and I stay away from it. So my best choice is water. I sometimes have apple cider, which is freshly squeezed apples, okay, without pasteurization. Because once you get juice that's pasteurized, that's complete garbage. Okay, guys, don't even buy that. Always, spend a couple more dollars on naturally squeezed juice. There are a lot of markets have them right now available, and this is what you should be going for, or have a juicer yourself and juice it at home. Okay, so one of the things that I juice at home is apples. You need a lot of apples, and that's a lot of work, and Well, anything is a lot of work. So any juice, and with someone who has fibromyalgia and is going through a lot of pain, and everything costs uh, energy, and everything costs pain, every movement of the body, then it is difficult to talk about it. Okay, so to do, not to talk about it. To talk about it's a lot easier. Okay, so what I do when I juice pineapples, and usually I use the juices, freshly squeezed juices, um, for health issues. So let's apple cider. I use it for my gallbladder issues, which I have had for many years. I've gone through a pancreatitis, which for anyone who knows what it is, it's a very, um, it's a place you never want to be in, because it hurts like you wouldn't believe it. And I ended up in a hospital because of that, and uh, I needed to stay there until I got better, and then I was offered to have my gallbladder removed, which I said no, because my kids were still small, and I have been um, a single mom all this time, so I had to be taking care of my kids myself. I just signed myself out of the hospital and said I'm gonna stay on the diet for the rest of my life. Okay, so when I juice the pineapples, this is, I drink the juice. Okay, the best thing to drink the juice is through a straw, especially pineapple, because it can bring out a breakout of your lips. You don't want that. And also, when you drink it through a straw, you are mixing it more with a saliva, which is the proper way. Like when we're eating the fruits, we're supposed to be eating the fruits. I don't like to eat pineapples because they always like there's always like, oh, they burn my sides and stuff like that. So I I don't do that anymore. I juice them, I drink the juice, and then I put the pulp in a freezer. Sometimes I will use it for baking, and I will use it for smoothies. So when I make smoothies, I add this. Either use this or lemon in my smoothies, which is like this brings the acid and the vitamin C, and it's a great way of uh, getting your vitamin C and your nutrition in, and a lot of fiber. A lot of fiber. Very nice. Pineapple, I use it for inflammation. Okay, so I have been going through a lot of in pretty much all of my life. I've had problem with inflammation. I've been overweight most of my life, except for times when I went consciously on a diet and exercise programs that I have designed for myself, and that I successfully lost weight. So those were the programs where I felt after I finished the program, or even during the process of the program, I felt great. I felt amazing. I had more energy. I had more stamina. I was healthier. Healthier food choices throughout that, because the workouts and the diet, they work best when they're when they're together. Okay, so before. Uh, so another type of liquid. So water is the best. I also make herbal teas. Okay, and hold on, I'm gonna have a sip. I make herbal teas, and I also use make herbal teas because the herbs help me in cleansing the body and getting rid of inflammation as well. So there are many herbs that are a big help for that. And that's one of the best things. How to help me breathe easier because of the bronchitis that I have. So I have a lot of um, health issues, and because of that, and because I've been addressing them in a natural way, I have a lot to share, and I'm here today to share that with you on the topic of better food choices from my own experience. And I'm gonna tell you, well, like I was talking about the pineapple and apples, what I've been using them for, and you can use that in your body. I also have, yes, I have a video already on how to address your gallbladder issues. So one of the best remedies for gallbladder issues on my Real Excel vlogs. And if you have those issues, you should really look at the video. And if you have any questions, I will be very happy to answer them for you. Okay, so on the topic of drinks, I think we were pretty much done. Water the best, soft drinks the worst. Uh, Juices that are pasteurized. Anything pasteurized is a no-no. Okay, and freshly squeezed juices, it would be a second choice. Okay, so molecularly correct food and drink and uh, live cells will bring and will build live cells in your body. You want your body to be alive. You want to be putting live cells in it. Okay. I didn't pull out my greens out of the fridge, but so any greens, that's a huge thing for me. I love cilantro. I even prefer to parsley. I love parsley when it's like in tabbouleh or something, but the greens are excellent thing for smoothies as well. So those I'll address it quickly as well here. All right. So I want to start with um, some of the things that are additives to our foods. First of all, okay, that can either be good or bad for us. All right. So, two things that I have. Okay, one thing that I have that I never use internally anymore is this. Okay. So any table salt, I don't buy table salt. This is for everything else other than internally. So if I have to, let's say if I have to use gargle or I have to use salt for health issues externally, or let's say cleaning something or whatever, because there are other issues for salt. I mean, there are other uses for salt, then that's what I do, okay? And that includes sea salt. Now think about just common sense. When they say if anyone has been stranded out on the sea, uh, they should never, ever, ever drink seawater because of the salt, and that the salt in it is very, very bad for our bodies, okay? And just to use that common sense, if they're going to extract it, which is going to go through process, and you're going to put it in your body, that cannot be good, okay? Because you're just bringing the sea. Why not just go to the sea and drink the seawater, okay? Which, oh, that's not gonna be good for you. No, it's gonna make you super sick, okay? So that's a no-no. Now, there's been a lot of controversy about which types of salts we're supposed to be using. I believe that natural source of salts is the best, which is in a lot of vegetables, raw vegetables, okay? And because people are used to adding salt to everything, now for that reason, I get pink Himalayan salt, okay? Now, also the source is very important, that, just making sure that it's not contaminated and it's clean and stuff like that, okay? So, yes, that's very, very important. All right. So, and sugars. So next thing would be sugars. That sugars are very inflammatory to our bodies, all right? And especially processed sugars. The only sugar that I have been using throughout last many, many years has been brown sugar, which um I buy in the store, just like in bigger quantity, just in the store, and then just use it whenever I can or when I have to. And uh, let's say I'm, cooking something and it requires sugar, then yeah, I'll use it. But if you're on a strict diet, uh, anti-inflammatory diet, sugar is one of the worst things for it. So that's a no-no if you are on that specific diet. Okay, and I don't have it here to show, but yeah. Okay, so on the note of natural things, right? I do buy this. I buy this for my daughter because she really likes lemon, and she's been eating like she's been really like finishing my lemons always all the time. So I buy this for her as a supplement. She still uses the natural lemons, which I do. So one of the best things with the lemon is that you squeeze. You can do either half a lemon or a full lemon. Mm. Salivating. In a glass of water. Okay, drink it in the morning, even before you eat. So you can do that, or you can use. Where's my apple cider vinegar? I brought a whole bunch of stuff to show you guys here. Okay, so apple cider vinegar. Okay, apple cider vinegar. 1 teaspoon. This is for people. So I have also a lot of problems with acid. So I need to be very, very careful like this. I would not be able to mix it with ginger because it would bring a lot of acid. I used to have huge issue with acid reflux while I was sleeping, and oh my God. And so I've been working on alkalizing my body as much as possible. So if you are gonna use just, like 1 or 2 spoons in the water in the morning for cleansing your body, then you can use that. I prefer the lemons now. I have the apple cider vinegar for when things get worse and I don't have any other remedies for my gallbladder. I also use that. Okay, so because it's in a bowl, it's sealed. It's not well. I have another one open in the fridge, but I don't use it often because I prefer these now. They are less. I find that my body doesn't suffer as much. Okay, so when I use the lemon, so uh, natural, raw, okay, healthy, as opposed to anything that's already processed and stuff. So this is still good. Like she puts that on the foods and stuff that she eats, and then this would go in the smoothies and things like that. Okay, in the raw natural form. I'm gonna put these on the right side when I'm done with them. Uh, and so I was gonna talk about drinks. Okay, one more part about drinks, which is liquids. Where is this other liquid I was gonna show? So sometimes I'm giving these. Okay, that's and from a food bank. Okay, they have milk and this. So this I have only for people when they come visit me, and they absolutely have to have milk in their coffee. That's what I'll offer. All right, but super super inflammatory. So for if you can stay away from dairy at all, this is the best choice that you can make for your body, which I have. All right, and what I do instead. Where's my where's my alternative? Where did it go? There it is. Okay, so um, natural is always better than you can make your own coconut milk at home. You mix it the coconut water from the coconut with a little bit of um, the coconut in it that you scrape it off from the inside, and you can blend that. That will make the coconut milk. But it's hard for me to get it, and they're quite expensive. When you're on disability, it's really tough to get to get everything that I would think that would be best for me. I would have to spend at least maybe $3,000 a month just on healthy stuff that I would choose for myself. Okay, and that's still in the making. All right, so I get these. at the store, and then I put that in the smoothies and stuff. And if I'm cooking anything, then I also use this instead of milk. Okay, so that's your alternative. Now, when you're making smoothies, uh, not that I wanna, okay. So there's smoothies. Berries are very, very good. Blueberries, blackberries, cherries. You can use any kind of berries are super, super good. And again, they are super expensive in a natural form, which is not frozen, and it's better for you now, guys. So I would always recommend, instead of going for anything that's packaged and processed, is not as good as raw. Okay, so before it's frozen, before it's cooked, before it's processed, before it's pasteurized or anything like that. Okay, so so I want to talk about this again. So prunes, um, I got these. I got these at the store. So these are dried prunes. Now they put additives in those. They put oils and stuff like that. So when you buy, you really have to read the content. Okay. So you read the ingredients and then you know what's in it. Like for example, this one has prunes and potassium sorbate. So it says may contain trinate sulfides, it may contain pits and pits fragments. Okay, so which is possible. The reason I got these because they don't have that really disgusting oil that they put on some of the fruits to preserve them, and which is really really bad for your body because it's not a natural oil that's actually can produce um, can produce anything as a building block for your body. So it's practically garbage in, garbage out if your body can get rid of it. Okay, so let me put it that way because that's the way. It's the best way to show it is if you're eating something that is not a building block for your cells, then you're practically eating garbage because all of that has to go out, and you're not putting nutrition in your body, right? So these can be used for those who have constipation problems. I don't. Um, and it can also be made into compote. For those of you who don't know, it's making your own kind of fruit drink at home. Okay, so you boil these. These can be boiled with dried apples. So sometimes people make stuff that you can preserve for a longer time. This along with some dried fruits and boiled laid into a compote. And you drink that. Oh, it's really really nice. And a refreshing drink. You can keep it in a fridge for like 3 days, and really really yummy and really really good. And I grew up on that because again, fruits were not, if you live in a city, they're not really accessible unless you live in a country, you have your own trees, which is what I would really, really, really want for myself and others and be able to share that. And that's my plan for the future. Okay, so we're done with these. Kind of wanted to be a little bit more organized, but I just grabbed all of this stuff to show it to you guys. Okay, so natural raw. Natural raw is the best. There's no better than raw. Okay. Again, make sure that it's not like heavy pesticides on it. There are always there are stickers on your fruits and vegetables, and you'll be able to tell whether it's if it's been, I think, how it's been grown first of all. So, and you can get more information on how it's been grown by putting codes I guess into Google and then just reading on it what the code means, right? So again, this is cilantro, and sometimes I get this salads, but I love salads when they're prepared because I don't have to cook and prepare. But I know there's not always the best stuff in it, so I prepare my own. And so cilantro, I'm a huge fan of cilantro. Anyone who doesn't know cilantro, you should really, really, really get to know it. You may like it, you may not like it. It's kind of something that you have to either like it, your body will like it or not. And I think, okay, so another thing, raw, so from raw fruits and veggies, and let's say, for example, dry nuts, these are pumpkins, well, seeds, so nuts and seeds, which are very healthy. I put them in smoothies, and I have hemp seeds here, okay? And those are like just to add some nutrition and fats to my diet because uh, I um, I cannot eat anything fried, and I have to stay away from certain foods because of my gallbladder and because of my inflammation, because of the acid reflux. So I have to stay away from a lot of things that will aggravate that state. All right. Now, I grew up on potatoes. I still love potatoes. I still cook them once in a while whenever I can. And because of my pain and fibromyalgia, I don't prepare them as often as I used to. They say, oh, they have a lot of starch and blah, 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 but they also have a lot of potassium. There's a very high pitch alarm going on somewhere. Okay. So potatoes, I make, let's say, potatoes and sweet potatoes, which are super, super yummy. Okay, very healthy for you. And so sweet, if somebody doesn't want to go with the starches too much, and they want to go to the next level of dealing with inflammation, then we move into squashes. Okay, this is a peppercorn squash, and this is one of the yummiest that I love. Oh, butternut squash soups. I cook it sometimes. I add it to potatoes, or mostly of that. Then you have rutabagas, and those are really foods that will not. So those squashes and rutabagas, they will not cause inflammation in your body. There was I forgot the name of that. There was a Polish doctor that designed a special diet, and I forgot her name. It was a woman. I don't remember it off the bat, but she had. I will bring it up when I'm doing the anti-inflammatory foods and what to use for getting rid of inflammation. I will bring up her name at that time. And so she designed special diets for people who need to stay or have to stay like away from inflammation. And if you want to lose weight, the quickest way is to stay away from foods that cause inflammation. So that would be any cheeses, any dairy products, that would be fried, anything fried. It would be meats, especially would be meat, fat from animal fat. Would be what else? Sugar, okay, and you don't want to salt because that retains water in your body. So even though I use Himalayan salt, I use very little of it in the foods that I prepare. Okay, so and then yeah, once in a while I have potatoes, but I'm gonna be practically getting rid of completely everything that causes inflammation because I'm on this designing the new program for myself for weight loss, and I need to lose a lot of weight, and I want to bring my body to well, my first step is getting rid of 100 pounds. So on that journey, I will be using the best possible road weight to losing that weight, which one of the things will be increasing intake of water, which I don't do. At this point, even I don't drink enough. So what I'm gonna do every day, I'm gonna put a few bottles of water, the water that I have to drink, on top of the table, and then obviously it has to be gone by the end of the day. So it could take a few days, before doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as, I get to the point where I'm going to be drinking enough water to bring it to a healthy level of water to help me, first of all, to get rid of inflammation and to get rid of toxins. Okay. And I know I did that in one of my first, or when it was one, two, three, it was third or fourth program that I designed for myself to lose weight. So I was exercising every day, and I implemented that water because I bought, actually, I think it was a set of different cassettes, different programs to help me to lose weight. And well, one of them was saying, or all of them said, yeah, you need to intake enough water for the pounds, amount of the pounds of the body that you have, to get rid of the toxins and help you, just get rid of uh, the inflammation, to help that flow. Okay. And so when you're moving your body, you get rid of the flow. Now I have something here that's also not healthy. Now if you are a meat eater, you would want to be um eating as lean as possible, and as the least processed possible. Now I get these at the food bank, and I cook these for my dogs because it is really hard to get food right now. The food is super expensive, so I have to uh, kind of prepare food on a budget. Also, this is very unhealthy. So I didn't want to. It's I don't want to show the. It doesn't matter the company name. We're talking about pasta, okay? So we're talking about pasta. The company name doesn't matter. So any type of pasta. We have the macaroni and cheese, very bad for you. Uh, I cook it sometimes for my dogs. So most of the time it will be rice and vegetables and some meat in it. And now for them, and if I really need something quick, I will not use the cheese for the dogs because that's bad. Dairy is bad for the dogs, so don't cook that. But just vegetables and some spices. You can add some spices for your doggies when you're cooking for them. Okay, and what else I wanted to show? Okay, so for oh, did I? Oh, so spices. Okay, so garlic. Again, I don't want to show the company. It doesn't really matter. This is one of the cheapest. So that's what I get. Okay, so this is granulated garlic. I should have brought my natural garlic. I buy the garlic in those big, like there's like 1 kilogram. Is it 1 kilogram? Yeah, it's a 1 kilo of garlic, and it's like a whole bunch of garlic heads in the thing. It's beautiful. It's and that's the best thing. It's better if you get them, if you buy them. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so if you, it's best if you get them in that natural state as opposed to in a package already peeled because they've been washed, blah blah blah. They've been, like you don't want that because there's already stuff in there to to keep them longer in a package. I made a mistake. I bought one package of garlic. It was a huge mistake because it came with like half of it was really bad. But like I for some reason it was an order, online order, and it's, well, I'm getting the money back for it. It was not usable. Okay. So again, I wanted to talk about canned foods, which is also not a good choice. I do use it. I do get them for free, so I do use it sometimes to to give a little bit more flavor to the food. Again, you will have to do meals on a budget, which is a actually good thing that I want to bring at some point. I will bring it here uh, on the channel, and I also will bring it. Uh, yeah, on different. I'm gonna bring it to like different media, so you guys can have access to it to see how to prepare meals on a budget. And I think that's a great thing, especially nowadays, because it's so difficult to uh, to live on a very limited income, right? Okay, so what else do we have? Now, I do not, normally, I do not eat meat, so I'm not completely vegan. I'm mostly vegan, and I don't say anything, guys. If you're vegan, you start saying, "Oh, you cannot be not completely." Okay, I'm mostly vegan, so that means I only eat fish once in a while. I do eat fish once in a while, and I do have a problem with uh, enough intake of protein. So because it is so like I was able to get a few of these, um, and I like them since I was a child. I love these. I love mackerels and oh, this is sardines. So mackerel, and I love mackerel. Smoked mackerel. Okay. So, and then this is a source of protein, but it's and then the seeds that I showed you also before from the hemp seeds. But these are expensive, like when you're putting it all together, you really have to have enough money and enough budget to be able to even buy them. Okay, so it's not easy. Oh, I didn't show you for herbs, chamomile tea. So I have a lot of herbs, and I'm gonna make a video on that topic because I want you guys to really um, use the herbs for the issues that you have in your body and be able to help your body to facilitate better health. Okay, that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing that I want to share with you. I've been learning about herbs. I've been even learning about foraging since last year. So, if I was ever stranded in the woods or somewhere, I would actually be able to eat some foods and eat whatever is available from nature, okay? Which only works or mostly works in the summer, very hard in the winter because I'm in Canada and it's really cold here. Winters are tough. So there isn't much stuff that you can actually eat in the winter, but there still is. And yeah. So this is another then I don't want to show the company, doesn't matter. Because I'm not advertising. I get these. It's a little bit cheaper than buying it in a health food store. Excuse me. This is fennel seeds. So fennel seeds are very good for inflammation, to help yourself to facilitate breathing, to get rid of phlegm and inflammation. So and gas. For those of you who don't know, so if you're eating fennel and you're drinking fennel tea, just expect to have a lot of gas coming out, okay? So, and this is also something that I grew up with, which I only use it in emergency, okay? If I am so badly in pain that I cannot prepare anything else, um, so this is like, instant soups, which I'm completely against of, but I have it maybe once or twice a year. Okay, and try to stay away from it as much as possible. All right. So another thing that I want to recommend. Uh, So any, I am not gonna lift my, what I have here. So I have rutabaga and I have cabbage. Uh, Raw cabbage is very, very good for you. You can make it into salads. I love salads with cabbage. They're amazing. I love corn. I know corn is like, genetically modified, but what can you do? If you are lucky enough to get some that's not, I don't think there is a place on Earth right now that you can get that. Maybe somewhere in the mountains where that stuff didn't get there yet. Okay, but anyway, so yeah, I love all veggies, fruits and veggies, uh, or almost all. Okay, and so I want to recommend this. So the sauerkraut. Okay, this one sauerkraut with some carrots, which is really good to help the internal flora in your body. Okay, and you want to make sure that your flora is good because um, if you are someone who has been taking antibiotics on a regular basis, or even sometimes every time you take antibiotics, that flora dies off. Okay, and you need flora, the healthy flora, which is the one that lives in our bodies. You need that to be there to stay healthy. Okay, because that really makes a huge difference and plays a huge role on the state of health of your body. So I don't, that's, I am going to make a video on that. It will be very much farther down the road because I do have to do a lot of, I have to do a lot of research so I can give you guys, good information on that subject. But I do know that it plays a huge role in being healthy. Okay, so healthy flora, healthy body. All right, people take supplements for that. When you take supplements, educate yourself on those supplements. All right, so you know that what you're taking is the right way. Now, some of the products that are offered are uh, is a range of different probiotics, so that would be the best. Now, if you're someone who still drinks, now, for example, when I was a child, I grew up, we had sour milk. Okay, so my mom would buy milk, okay, and then you kept that milk. Well, I think it was day and a half, 2 days. It would not stay fresh 2 days. Okay, so after it's been like a day and a half and 2 days, you were waiting for that milk to sour up completely, about 3 days, and then you drink sour milk, which is also really, really good, and it had those probiotics. Okay, but it was healthy. It was not pasteurized. It was like just natural milk without pasteurization, and it was good, and it was really yummy. I mean, I grew up with that, and yeah, I loved milk and kielbasa at that time. Anyways, European background. Okay, so one more thing that I want to share with you. I didn't bring the oil here, the olive oil here, because it's kind of heavy for me. I'm already in pain. So I do use was it cold pressed oil, okay? And I use it sometimes. I don't use it very often. This one I usually use externally because even though it is a healthier choice to any fats, like animal fats or anything, this is a coconut oil. I buy it in a big one so I can use it externally on my body. It's actually good for everything, for your hair, for your skin, for your dogs. It's got so many properties that you wouldn't believe. You can go to my YouTube channel, Real Excel Vlogs. Is it on my vlogs channel or on my health channel? Okay, just type Real Excel and benefits of coconut. I think there was like 50 benefit, more than 50 benefits of coconut. Okay, and then That's a really, really good video that talks about the benefits of coconut. All right, and what else? I think this is pretty much it. And so the olive oil is best when you have it cold pressed. Well, once you cook it, you are changing the molecular structure of anything. Okay, so even this is cold pressed, unrefined, and unrefined. Okay, which is the best. That means you should be eating this in this state and not cooking with it. Okay, once you cook and you are heating up the oil, even if it was cold pressed, you no longer have the benefits of that oil in that state because they're not in that state anymore. So you need to understand that once anything is cooked, it changes the state. And that includes the pasteurized juices that they sell in stores, which are not really not good for you, very acidic. All right, so I think I talked about pretty much everything that um yeah that I brought in here. Let me just have some tea. Now, if you are low on vitamin C, we're talking about budget. Okay, so it's really, really hard being on the budget and being able to provide your body with all those nutrients that we really need because like the food that we eat, the food that we buy in stores is very depleted. The land is depleted, it's been grown over and over and they keep on using pesticides and that just kills the ground and you're just not getting the nutrients that you should be getting. So when the vitamin C, so this using fruits, especially tropical fruits, is a great way of getting vitamin C. Even pineapple, I love it. Get bromelain. So on a if you are on a diet and stuff like that, pineapple has bromelain. It will really, really boost your um, way of getting rid of the fats. Okay, and bromelain does that. Okay, so this lemon, you have another vitamin C. Now, what I've been buying lately, hibiscus flowers are very, very good for that. They're quite expensive in the health food store. So for those of you who are on a budget, you can go to an Asian market, okay, and buy it in bags of bulk. Where do I have one? Let me see if I can see it somewhere. If I don't see it, let me see if I can get it for you. And now I really wanted to show it to you because it's an alternative. Okay, it's a great alternative to having to pay big bucks for uh for nutrition. Just like, okay, you really want to have like juice at home. Make a compote. Make a compote out of the fruits, and you'll have it. You can store it in your fridge, and you'll have it from natural from natural sources, without all kinds of additives that are can't even pronounce. Okay, so what I get in Asia market, I get this sorrel, okay, which is a lot cheaper than buying it in a health food store. All right, and these are super high in vitamin C. Like this is really, and this is sun dried, so it will be better than something dried in an oven, which completely kills the good stuff in it. All right, and then so I just wanted to show you guys. So this is licorice. I also buy it in an Asian store. And licorice has, if you put it in your compote, or if you put it in your tea, it will have that sweet aftertaste. It will not be sweet right away, as it does not work like sugar does, but it has a sweet taste, but it's a sweet aftertaste. Okay, and it's very, very good anti-inflammatory. So if you can add it, if you can make your tea with this, I add it sometimes to the steep tea, which is not as good as if you actually boil this and made your like a pot of tea. You can add it to your compote, okay, um, and it will add the benefits of getting rid of inflammatory stuff. A lot of bringing it out from your chest and stuff, and you want that for colds, and you want that for flu. And anytime that you have breathing problems, Sorel will bring you vitamin C, which is very, very necessary for that reason. So, and any greens, like I didn't bring my greens, and I even have green powders and stuff that I bought spirulina, which is really good. Oh, and so in an Asian market, you can also get a good uh, stuff from the sea. So seaweeds, you can get seaweeds over there that are a little bit better priced than if you get it in a regular store. Okay, and that's where I go when I go. I just buy seaweeds there because I just can't afford it in in a regular store. Okay, so living on a budget, you gotta think. Okay, well, where can I get something that's I can still afford, and I can still have the nutrition that I need. And seaweed is very, very nutritious. So if you guys have a chance to incorporate it into your foods, then do it. As are mushrooms. Okay, so for example, I know this is packaged foods, but let me just see if they put ingredients here, because this is, I don't even see the ingredients. Oh, Jesus. Uh, there's instructions how to make it, and there's no ingredients. Oh, anyways, so this is mushroom soup, okay? And I wanted to talk about mushrooms, okay? If you guys have a chance of eating and getting like reishi mushrooms, or even go and get if you know about mushrooms, just as a reminder to go and get them when it's time for it, and dry them at home and then have them throughout the year. And that's what I used to do as a child. My mom we used to gather mushrooms. We used to gather wild blueberries, which is, oh my god, it is so much work. But I had a lot of fun uh, finding and gathering mushrooms, because it's like, oh wow, I found one. Oh wow, I have I found a whole bunch and stuff like that. My mom was really, really good on the knowledge of mushrooms. And yeah, so I miss those days. But yeah, for example, so talking about something, so getting blueberries in a natural state, and getting them in the woods where they have the best ever nutrition there is, and eating them raw. Okay, you can even put it in a smoothie, as long as you are like pretty much ingesting it right away and not let it oxidate. Okay, so the best ones are from right straight from the trees if they're clean. Okay. And yeah, well, when I went to the woods, I ate a whole bunch, and that goes for strawberries. And yeah, so that may not work out properly for you if the strawberries are sprayed, and and you ate a whole bunch of them and stuff like that. So that was one experience that I have learned. Okay. But yeah, so wild blueberries, anything picked in the wild, is will have a higher content, higher nutrient content than it will ever have from anything grown, unless somebody just grew something in the virgin land the first time. Okay, so once the land is used for regrowing and regrowing and regrowing, and they're using pesticides, then the food grown over there hardly has any nutrients at all. Okay, so if you guys have an opportunity, to go in the woods and gather your own blackberries, raspberries, because there are a lot of them in the woods. And blueberries, and so there's a lot of berries that you can actually gather in the woods, and a lot of nutrition and a lot of vitamin C that you can get that way. It takes energy and time, but if you want the best, this is the best. Okay, you can dry it at home. You can dry it somewhere where it's not gonna be exposed to extreme heat. Where once you heat it up, you kind of uh, uh, the nutrients are not as good. But if you're preserving, this is also the best way to preserve. I remember with my mom, uh well, years ago when I grew up, they didn't have those. Well, at least maybe commercially they had, but we didn't have access to one of those machines where you can put your fruits and veggies and just dry it, right? So we used to cut the apples, cut them, and make them, thin like that, and just put it through a needle with a string on it, and then hang it in the kitchen or wherever. It was mostly in the kitchen. Hang it until it was dry, and then once it was dry, it was stored for making compote later on. Okay, and the same thing for plums. The plums. Um, no, my mom sometimes she bought plums. We usually ate them fresh, and I love them fresh. I don't really like prunes. I'm not too crazy, but I do buy. It's really hard to get here. I'm in the Greater Toronto area, so it's really hard to get, like, um, let's say, gooseberries or black or red currant, which are super high in vitamin C. They are extremely high in vitamin C. If you guys have access to it, or if you have land and we can grow them. This is one of my dreams. I want to have a lot of land and be able to grow everything, and to be able to also provide it to other people who want to better their health. So yeah, black currant, red currant. There's also white currant, which my mom also had. It was actually very rare, but she got they're a little bit bigger. Um, they're all different tastes. I can actually salivate right now because they're super sour. Okay, and they have tons of vitamin C. I bought some that it says blackcurrant raisins, but just I don't know if it's even blackcurrant. It doesn't really have that blackcurrant taste. So is it really raisins? Just called blackcurrant raisins? Which, yeah, I'm not convinced it's real blackcurrant. But anyways, I bought a whole bunch of them. I went to the section where I got these herbs and stuff like that, and they had also like a whole bunch of dried stuff that you can buy that's packaged. And I saw them there, and I said, well, that's kind of a better price than the same, paying like anywhere from $15 to $20 from the same size bag, either online or somewhere in another store. So yeah, I bought it at a time. And yeah, so I can put it in the smoothies. I can sprinkle it on things when I'm eating stuff, and it adds flavor, and it adds the nutrition that obviously is gonna enhance the nutrition and bring more building blocks for our beautiful cells that need those building blocks to rebuild the body. So I'm gonna say the best times and the best health that I had in my life was always when I stayed on um, a strict regimen of diet that I have prepared for myself, and well, and of course the designed whatever exercise there was at that time at each stage of my life, and I had to design a different program for myself, different program that would work for me accordingly to my lifestyle, to what my body could handle at that time. So right now I am starting with a little bit different approach because, well, obviously I'm a little older. So I'm starting with different approach, and I'm implementing stretches more. Well, I did stretch in my other exercises. I learned that the first thing I got my first cassette tape with Jane Fonda. You learn when you do the aerobics, you learn the stretches. You do them before and it's before and after, I guess. I did it before and after. It was usually mostly after, but I did it like right now. I do the stretches to help me to facilitate more movement, more range of movement, and because of the age, I need to use the stretches. I need to use the alignment of the body. I need to use, which I also want to start implementing soon. I haven't done it yet, but I want to do the skin brushing, and I am gonna show it to you. And not yet, it will not be pretty right now. So I want to start implement. I want to show it to you once I'm a little bit down the road with the program, and so I can show you the skin brushing, and there are many benefits to that because you're getting rid of a lot of dead cells of the body, and you're exfoliating, and it just gives more room for the cells to grow. Okay, so which is an excellent one of the very very good ways of getting rid of toxins and inflammation as well. All right, so and if you can afford a massage, which I'm hoping that I'll be able to soon. Then massage with a really good masseuse who knows what they're doing is a very, very good way of getting rid of toxins as well. But okay, so they I went off topic. Sorry, guys. It was supposed to be about foods, but then I swung to the inflammation because that's the biggest issue that prevents people from getting better, prevents them from exercising, because the body is like really, really clogged. And guess what? The only way you get rid of the inflammation and start moving, you have to start moving the lymphatic system. So it's not the only way, it's one of the ways, but you need to move your lymphatic system. That means you need to move your body. The more range of movement, the better. The more movement, the better. Does not mean you go and exercise and do aerobics for 4 hours, which I even did in the past. It was great, actually. But I was at the stage where I was like doing it every day and just, putting more hours into it. I only stayed on it for a week. I did lose a lot of weight, but it was because I wanted to lose a lot of weight quickly, and I just did that. Or when I went down to Mexico, I did my 1 hour of aerobics, and then I went and danced in a club for another 4 hours. So yeah, I dropped like 20 pounds in 2 weeks over there, which is really good. Very, very nice. Okay, and ate fruits, mostly raw fruits. I bought huge papayas like that. Oh, papaya. I didn't talk to you guys about papaya. So papayas, has papain, okay, which is super super good for your for digestion. So anyone who has digestive issues, this is one of the really really good things to get. So the papayas like this, and they were like so red. Oh my God, like best papayas I ever had. I just bought them. We went on like a bus trip that I paid for to go to countryside. It was not much country that we saw, but it was just like a drive. That we stopped like on the side of the road where there were some farmers selling their stuff, and that's where I got my papayas. Um, yeah, and so avocados. So avocados, you guys have health issues with gallbladder or with fats. Avocados, for me personally, are the best form of ingesting fats. So, and we need fats. We need fats for our brain. We need fats for our body. We do need them. It's just the healthy fats are the ones that are ingested from the foods when they're in the raw natural state. That's the best fats. Anyways, anything processed is processed, okay? So yeah, so in Mexico, I just wanted to like talk about it because it was a great experience. It was one of the very interesting experiences in my life. Um, and it was, it was something that I overcome. I said, hey, I'm gonna go there, and I brought my CD player boombox with me so I could play the music in the hotel room, and so that's how I did my daily exercise, my workout, uh, and then I said I'm gonna go out every night and dance. And I had to, oh my God, it was like I was in Puerto Vallarta, and um, I really had to look for the clubs that would be open like throughout the week. And yeah, well, because wasn't easy though. There wasn't no Google at that time where you could look things up. But yeah, so after careful, investigations, I always found one. I think I missed the last night before my flight. No, I didn't miss it. I missed it on purpose to make sure I make it to the flight so I can come back home. Okay, but it was an amazing experience. And if you guys are on the road to healthier bodies, to better quality of life, just live happy, live with what you have in your heart, and always be truthful to yourself and to others, which is the best way. This is a healthy emotional way. So from food to emotions to vacations, everything is super super cool. I love you guys. I am very happy that I have been able to share this with you today, and I will see you next time. I am also doing the gem. Always get, come on, I'm gonna do the mirror thing next time because I always get confused. Okay, so gem. Okay, global exercise movement, global energy movement. So I'm going to be doing gem classes soon. I've been putting together music for that because there's a lot of issues around like what kind of music can be used in that. So I'm going to be doing exercises. I'm going to put the music together, and I will be restarting with the gym exercises soon. Okay, the reason why I was unable to share it to some two platforms, I wanted to share it pretty much on each on like three platforms at the same time if I could, so you guys could have an opportunity to see it, and because time is of an essence, and when you're doing everything yourself, it is good to have that kind of extra boost in any possible way, any kind of help. So I am using that help for that reason. Okay, so join me for GEM, Global Energy Global Exercise Movement, which will be dancing to the music. Anyone who loves Zumba, this is gonna be something like Zumba. It is gonna be a mix of body movement to the music, just having fun, implementing some simple stretches and implementing exercises and workouts into the music. So just doing workout with the music, dance exercise, that's what I called it. And that's what it's gonna be. All right. Lots of love to all of you. Come here and be here on my journey. Okay. Come back to my channel, to my page as often as you can, and do the exercise with me. All right. If you are not shy, go ahead and leave a comment, and a wise comment, not a wise a comment. Okay. So ciao for now. See you next time.